The Magnum has been delivered and is still in its travel configuration and is ready for the initial operational setup. If there isn't a permanent base for the Magnum already at its operational location, remove the base plate located on the top of the hopper by loosening the 4 fasteners. If the base plate is to be set on dirt or gravel, install the sand spikes located in the 5th wheel box under the front of the unit. Locate the Magnum in the position it's going to operate. Place the base plate directly under the swivel plate located in the tail of the Magnum. Before lowering the Magnum, the swivel plate will have to be rotated from transport position to operating position. Remove the safety clips from the pins located on each side of the Magnum that lock the swivel plate. Pull the pins out until the safety clips can be put back into the second hole. Install safety clips and leave pins in this position when the Magnum is in operating position. Rotate the swivel plate using the lever from transport position to operating position. With the gas-powered hydraulic motor, set the choke and start the engine. Rotate the choke back to run position. Note, pull the safety pins on each side. You may need to extend or retract the legs a little bit to get the pins free. Using the operation lever, lower the Magnum down towards the base plate. Align the hole in the swivel plate with the shaft on the base plate and lower the Magnum completely onto the base plate. Continue raising the landing jacks off the ground, then use pins to lock the landing jacks into place. Note that as the unit is set up and made operational, the base plate will settle onto the ground. If your Magnum has a tail encoder, it will need to be installed. It is shipped inside the storage compartment located in the 5th wheel box. Remove the cover plate from the 5th wheel box. Remove the left and right hand pins and lift the cover plate off. The cover plate of the encoder is notched and has a lockdown bolt. The tail encoder must be installed with the vertical webbing inside the swivel plate in this notch. Install the encoder onto the shaft of the base plate that protrudes through the swivel plate. Line up the holes and slide in the threaded bolt through the shaft. Install lock washer. Thread on knot and snug it up using a 1/8 inch wrench. The hole that the bolt went through is oversized, so there is still some play between the base plate shaft and the lower encoder mount. Set the 2 additional lock bolts and nuts on the lower encoder mount using a 9/16 wrench until there is no play in the encoder mount. With the lower encoder mount now securely in place, locate the lock bolt and nut at the end of the notch on the top plate of the encoder. Set the lock bolt and nut until there is no play between the encoder top plate and the swivel plate vertical webbing. This keeps the encoder tight when the machine slews right and left. Locate the wire inside the encoder box and plug it into the back of the encoder. Replace the top cover and lock it down with the 2 clips. With no power to the panel, loosen the door latches holding the door closed. Open the panel and turn on the breakers inside the panel, the main motor, the hydraulic motor, and the 2 stinger motors. Now we need to install the alarm light. Remove the moisture-tight plug out of the electrical box located on the top right corner of the panel above the main breaker. Remove the alarm light that is located in the electrical panel for transport. Remove the lock nut from the bottom fitting on the extension tube for the alarm light. Feed the wires down through the hole in the top of the panel and feed the lock nut through the wires to the base of the light. Using channel locks, secure the alert light on the top of the box. Be sure that the rubber ring is on the hub to prevent water ingress. Remove the white Panduit wire covers needed to route the wires through the wire harness as shown. Attach the red wire to the 603 terminal, white wire to the N neutral terminal. Replace the white Panduit wire covers. Perform a visual inspection of the panel before closing the door and tightening the latches into place. Note that for filming purposes, the touchscreen cover was removed. The Magnum initial setup is powered by a gas-powered hydraulic engine, but the main electrical power will have to be connected by a certified licensed electrician. Once the main power is connected, check to make sure that the rotation of the electric motors are correct. Turn on the panel, set the selector switch to manual, and momentarily start and stop the stinger belt. This needs to be done as quickly as possible to prevent damage to the backstop in the belt drive reducer. If that belt spins, it confirms that the rotation of the Magnum electrical motors are correct. Before starting the hydraulic unit, visually inspect the two valves located in the lower part of the hydraulic tank behind the hydraulic pump and motor to confirm that they are in the flow position. Then, check the sight glasses to confirm that the unit has oil. Start the hydraulic unit and observe the pressure gauges to confirm that there is hydraulic pressure. On the control panel, press and hold the two lower wheel buttons to lower the axles into place. Lower the wheels until the cylinders are completely extended. This will put the working radial wheels into place and the travel wheels suspended for lateral movement. There is a proximity switch that will not allow the Magnum to operate in auto if the axles are not fully extended. Before programming the unit, do a visual inspection of the Magnum to confirm that the unit is fully intact and nothing was damaged during transport. Inspect the product sensors located on the discharge end of the stinger. Check the pins at the swivel plate to make sure that they are in the second hole. Confirm that the jacks are pinned in the upper position. On an FA, check both the wheel sensors and confirm that the proximity switch is making contact. Check the stinger limit switch. After visual inspection, run the belts to confirm that they are tracking correctly. Note, the mainframe will not start before the stinger. Start the stinger, and by watching the operation for a few moments, confirm the proper operation. Then start the mainframe to confirm its operation as well. Keep in mind that the tracking of the belt can change with material on it. For more information on the setup of your Magnum, visit our website at masabainc.com.